Hi guys, good evening. Say hello if you're here. We're just waiting for another minute so that everyone else can join in. Hi guys, good evening. Say hello if you're here. Waiting for another minute so that everyone else can join in. All right, please type yes if you can hear me. Super. Hello, hello. All right, super. Okay, let's begin with our scan. As I said, what I'm going to do is we're going to look at the trading stocks first and look at the opportunity that we might have for next week, and also try and understand what to do, how to deal with this and everything else. So let's begin. We've got about 32 stocks. I think we'll filter a few as well while we scan, but nonetheless, let's have a look. So we start with Alchem Labs. Alchem Labs, beautiful. You can see in the weekly chart, right? This is a piercing pattern, high not broken. Again, you have a spinning top with a confusion candle, and then again you have an engulfing bull, which is a nice candle here. Now you can see here as well, you have a bullish divergence with a retracement, 61.8% here, and there we have a bullish divergence in the hourly chart as well. So that was a good pick. Of course, everyone's scared to buy any positions because of the kind of situation we are in right now. Nonetheless, you can take positions intraday if you see stocks like this which haven't fallen much because of the news itself. You can take advantage of that. Now, of course, you can see the potential target is about somewhere here, and you'll have a new monthly CPR after Tuesday as well. So next Friday will be very interesting as a scanning because you will have new investment picks because end of the month ho jayega, and that is why we are putting our stock picks for next week, which will be very, very important. And of course, you'll have a new monthly CPR as well. So anyway, this is the kind of setup we have. So Alchem Labs does have a good setup, but let's start with ABB. Now ABB is at weekly EMA, pretty much a doji and a bullish divergence in the daily chart at monthly S1. Now, of course, if I look at the daily chart like this, now you can see how it's kind of consolidated here, then kind of reversed with the trend trade here on the downside. And now it just feels the candle itself is not the best candle for a tick up candle. And it feels like it might be a with the trend trade here as well. Like if it can go up, take resistance from R1, create a bearish divergence and then fall. Now, of course, you can put an alert about the high of today. So plus buffer like EMA-ish. So if you kind of have, if you start getting a bearish divergence in an hourly chart, then you might have to get out of this as well. It can be, you can see the slope, right? You can see like then goes down, EMA goes down, EMA, and then you expect the prices to fall further. But however, with the trend trade at weekly, daily divergence at a decent place as well. So if you do get a move up, gap up and move up, follow through, use the CPR as your stop loss, which is today's low, and trade till the R1, see what happens at that level and observe and do the needful. All right, so that's a buying setup as well. Surprisingly, when I was scanning, there was a lot of buying setups, which basically leads me to, you can put it here now, which basically leads me to a question whether, it is only because of today that there's a tick up, which could be a temporary halt, or is it like a more serious thing? So we'll discuss that. Okay, so let's go through each stock. So once again, in the weekly chart, you can see there's a bearish divergence here with a tick down. Now we do have a tick down here. You can see that but the wick is, extremely low. Like it has bounced back from the wick. So basically breaking the low of the wick becomes a little tough here. Now, in this case, you can filter this stock as well, because by the time it will break the low, it is too late. Or if you get a with the trend trade, so basically if this comes near the daily EMA and you get a bearish divergence here in the daily chart, that is something that you can take care of when you're trading on the downside. But apart from that, I think we just have to wait. We are looking for bearish entries, but only if it gives you a with the trend and small risk, more reward. Alchem we've already discussed. Apollo tires, once again, you have a bullish divergence, and now it seems like you have a retracement till 78.6%, which is a good retracement, and you had a bullish divergence here as well. Now, of course, you're waiting for the prices to go above the CPR. Monthly, of course, is not an important CPR anymore. You have a weekly CPR. If it goes above that, you can take a trade and take it till R1 and take, if it gives you a follow through, why not? Because it is at a weekly EMA. So it could give you a good trade here as well. Ashok Leyland. Now, Ashok Leyland, again, weekly EMA. Last time it was at EMA, there was a piercing pattern here. There was a very shady bullish divergence here, but however, it did not go above the monthly CPR. Now, again, you have a probable bullish divergence here. You want an uptick, so wait for Monday, then Tuesday to give you a follow through, and then maybe take a trade. In fact, I can put this stock in my blue list, like wait and watch list, because I would rather enter, because see, the monthly CPRs are not breaking on the upside. The closing is not happening above the monthly CPR. So हम इसका wait कर सकते हैं कि next month, which is Wednesday onwards, when it starts a new CPR, brand new CPR, if it gives us a closing above that, we can probably enter then. So उसको मैंने हटा दिया एक बार के लिए. Then we come to Bajaj Finserv. Now, Bajaj Finserv has a fresh bearish divergence. You can see there's a tick down this week, and even today you can see. Now, of course, we'll see the result का जो भी इसका reaction आएगा, we will notice it later on Monday. But however, if you can see this, अगर ये ऊपर जाके आपको opportunity देता है, there is a weak bearish divergence here, a pretty decent one. You might get a trade on the downside. Okay. So this is Bajaj Finserv. Now, before I move on, I'd like to say this, कि हम trade कैसे करें, because uncertain situations है, weekend आते आते news आता है, फिर week में वो momentum रहता है. So इसका एक situation है कि आप अपने trading view में ना 2 section बना लो, एक to buy, to sell. Now, which way the market goes because of the unforeseen circumstances, you can choose your selling picks. Let's say the market opens gap down next week on Monday, तो आप selling वाले list में से scan तुरंत करके choose कर सकते हो कि मुझे करना है, और एक buying section बनाओ. अगर आपका market अच्छा हो जाता है and आपको buying opportunities दे रहा है and everything, then you can start entering buying positions as well. So this is like, I think, my plan for next week, at least till I get my new monthly CPR. All right. Now, if you can see, I'm not sure why Bosch is in the list. Because of CIP maybe, but isko hata dete hain. Then we come to Birlasoft. Birlasoft has a sensor divergence, so not important. Now, of course, it comes to the EMA, and it has a bullish divergence in the hourly chart. So this was a good trade after the exhaustion of the gap. Itna point aapko milta. Nonetheless, of course, we have a narrow, well, not narrow, but narrow weekly CPR, and you'll have a monthly CPR as well. So if it does give you a follow through, or a magnet trade which has come back to the CPR and then go up, हम इसको ले सकते हैं. Again, probably immediate बहुत अच्छा trade नहीं मिलेगा, but nonetheless we should watch it. Cipla. Now, Cipla seems very interesting, because if I zoom out in the weekly chart, you can see, right, there's almost like a CIP zone kind of thing. So if I draw this, something like this becomes like a CIP zone, right? You can see from here as well. And यहाँ पे I have a daily bullish divergence where there's a tick up today. Now, again, the funny part here is S1 से bounce किया है, wick ऊपर की तरफ है. So we need to see if follow through आता है, Monday result का क्या reaction होता है. All that we need to have an eye, keep an eye out for. Narrow weekly CPR, of course, and then if there's a gap up or something, we can take a call. So Cipla is in the list because there's a daily bullish divergence at weekly EMA. Once again, whether it is just a correction in the market or really a bear uh, trend, we would know by the time uh, I wouldn't draw this, by the time we kind of end this month in a couple of days. Then we have Coforge. Again, Coforge, you can see at weekly EMA, there's a beautiful triple bullish divergence at monthly S1. So in fact, today is the first uptick. And again, it is not the narrowest of CPR in the weekly chart that we have, but there is an opportunity at weekly. You can see how beautiful that is, the doji here. Of course, if it opens gap down, nothing's to be done. The high breaks, you get a good trade, you put a stop loss and all that, and you can take a trade. So Coforge seems decent as per the weekly chart for now. Of course, you can also expand this. Yeah, I think this looks fine for now. Maybe another run till here before it creates any disturbance. Then we come to Dr. Reddy. Now, Dr. Reddy, again, I've put in the list just because result ka reaction kaisa aata hai. Plus, you can see my alert is set here so that agar uptick hota hai, then only I'm interested. Otherwise, I'm not interested, of course. Seems like a corrective wave, इसीलिए मैंने इसको रख रखा है. Again, इसको मैं blue list में डाल सकता हूँ to wait and watch. We can do a daily scan later on that. GMR Airports Infra, now that is again at weekly EMA, very shady kind of a bullish divergence. You can skip this as well. And it is below S1 in the monthly CPR. So unless Wednesday comes, we can't really do anything about it because isko S1 ke upar rehna zaruri hai. A lot of times people ask me why CPR kabhi late ho jata hai, but I'll show you in the latest talks which we have कि CPR हमें काफी बार बचा देता है. How many of you agree, whoever follows our system, how many of you agree that if there's a narrow CPR, then a lot of times you get saved because they don't get into a trend. They just go to the EMA and pulls back and doesn't work. How many of you do agree? Please type yes in the chat box if you do agree. Then we have Godrej Consumer PR. Godrej Consumer PR, again, it is at support trend line. You can see this, right? It's at support trend line, almost like at EMA kind of a thing. And you have a bullish divergence at monthly S1 in the daily chart. Results are due on Wednesday, so be careful if you're trading this. But yes, it does have a setup and you can kind of consider it, right? Whenever you have a look at that. Then you have Hero MotoCorp. Hero MotoCorp, we have a bearish divergence. You can see there's a fresh tick down. There's a new tick down. There's a bearish Harami candle here. And it is below the R1. Of course, monthly CPR won't matter because it will be a brand new CPR on Wednesday. But of course, we do have Monday and Tuesday in the middle of it. You can probably draw something like this. And if it goes below the weekly CPR, you could probably add a trade on in here. Now, of course, there's a conflict here. You can see this. Results are due on Wednesday. Be careful. So if there is a bullish divergence in the hourly chart at daily EMA, so does that mean, if it opens gap up, you could probably trade that wave here. But if it falls down and breaks the weekly low, then be a little careful and, you can probably, because there's a weekly bearish divergence, so you need to be a little careful. Then we come to India Bulls Housing Finance. India Bulls Housing Finance is at EMA. Yes, there is a daily bullish divergence. Yes, wait till the prices go above the S1 or wait till Wednesday when the CPR changes and then do anything about it. But there is a bullish divergence, hence it is in the list. So, if you are, there are a lot of people who are trying to relieve themselves from stock positions, then maybe you can wait for this to push back a little. Pull up a little bit and then do what you want, right? So India Bulls Housing Finance, there's a daily bullish divergence at weekly EMA. A gap up would help, but ICICI Prudential, again at EMA, there is a bullish divergence here. You can see there's a good bullish divergence here, and you can expect the prices to kind of jump up a wee bit. Now, of course, you can use the weekly CPR. You can see how beautiful this weekly CPR is following a trail, and you could enter again above the weekly CPR as well. Now, once again, let me remind you that these are only valid if the markets open on Monday on a bullish note, because of course, you know, it is an uncertain situations, and you know, you don't want to get stuck in one of them. So, but you can again segregate your list according to buying choices and selling choices, and whichever the way the market goes, you could probably take a call there. It feels like before the end of the month, it might just give you a little jump from whatever I can see. IDFC First Bank, okay, it has corrected till the EMAs, right? And you can see there's a bullish divergence in the daily chart. Of course, it's not the best one. We need to wait and see how it'll react on Monday and then take a call. But yes, because there is a divergence, we need to kind of put that in the list so that we don't be biased towards other stocks. All right, but maybe there are better divergences in some, and there are, you know, not that great. All right, now we have Dr. Lal Path Labs. We have a weekly bearish divergence. Of course, this week there was a bearish trade below this weekly CPR. Look at that, how beautiful that was, right? Now, of course, this can happen again. It can come till here, like EMA and the CPR kind of thing, and then resume the downtrend, and that would make sense as well. Okay, so that would be the plan, but let's see how it goes. You know, let's hope for the best. Again, put this in the selling opportunity, and maybe you get one. Now we have Lotus Labs as well, bearish divergences. You can see at a decent level as well, and prices are falling. You can see there was a beautiful point of interest here, rectangle, like breakout. Now the best opportunity can come near that level. Okay, this is what you're expecting. So when it comes up, see, that is where the white CPR is. Maybe it spends the entire week coming here, spending some time here. You get bearish divergence, or the week gets over and the next week onwards you get a fall from here. So either way, this is the plan for this particular stock as well. Now Maruti, very interestingly, I think there were results today, or whether it's due to results or whatever, there was a big spike on the upside, and then of course it recovered as well. So weekly still bearish divergence with RSI divergence as well. In daily chart, there was a bearish divergence with RSI divergence as well. And this is a false spike or false breakout. We'll know again on Monday. If it opens gap up and starts going higher, trouble. But if it starts going lower, you can see that that's your narrow CPR. That's a beautiful place where you could actually get a trade in. And I think the stock kind of follows a nice pattern to the CPR as well. So if it does give you a trade on the downside, then you could probably enter using stop loss plus, CPR plus a little buffer, and take a trade. Of course, you'll have a new monthly CPR as well, which will help you enter a trade. So that is why it's in the list, because it has a weekly bearish divergence. The move hasn't started yet, and the result is gone. The date has gone. So you will have a reaction or something on Monday, which you can take advantage of. Then you have MFSL. MFSL, all right, so this is beautiful because I think this was in the green list. So let me open the monthly chart first to show you. Monthly bullish divergence. Last time there was a bullish divergence, tick up, high did not break. This time it was a tick up, high broke, and we were always bullish in the stock, right? Now let's go back to the weekly chart. Now in the weekly stock, there you can see this yellow. In the daily chart, you can see this resistance zone, right? This is where it is. Let me just see if I can make it visible in the weekly. Yes. So you can see here, right? So it broke out, came back to like kind of CIP, and then of course in the bearish week, you see there was another test of this. You had a piercing pattern yesterday, and there was a nice follow through today. Earnings are on Tuesday, and it is at S1 where you have a bullish divergence as well. So that is a decent opportunity as well. So if you'd like to get into a stock or replace a stock or something, then this financial services could be Max Financial Services could be one that you can have a look at. All right, looks decent, nothing to complain about as well. So yeah, just take a call, like maybe when it comes to the CPR and then enter, or maybe it gives you a gap up and then follow through on the upside. Either way. Next, you have Mothers and Sumi, again one of the good stocks, right? Let's start with the monthly chart here. Monthly chart, bullish divergence, went up, came back to the EMA. Now of course 3 days left, 3 days, and Monday and Tuesday, 2 days left. Saturday, Sunday, nothing to do. Monday is, I think, 30th, 31st is Tuesday, and that is where you're hoping the prices to remain somewhere here, or maybe go higher a wee bit. So at EMA, bullish divergence in the daily chart, which suggests basically that the prices are supposed to go higher. Or you can use the CPR here in the hourly chart. You can see how beautiful this is. You can use the CPR in the hourly chart, the weekly CPR, to enter on the upside as well. All right, so this seems good. And of course, for buying, you cannot buy below S1 in any case. It's always better for your prices to go above the S1 to do any kind of buying. So that is probably why this is how it is. All right, so Motherson Sumi as well, it has that setup that you can take advantage of. Of course, as I said earlier as well, that everything depends on the momentum of the market, and then distinguish your buying opportunities and selling opportunities, divide them, and take a call in the live market then. Again, bullish divergence at weekly EMA in NTPC. Now, this could have been like, this is a nice pullback, say I pullback, and then it goes back up, pullback, goes back up, pullback, goes back up. But this here, when it starts moving like this, maybe it doesn't really have to go immediately like shoot up unless there is good momentum in the market. So be careful, use the CPRs. That's what I can say about NTPC here. All right, OFSS at weekly EMA, bullish divergence in the daily chart as well. Now you see why I'm saying it's a little tricky, because all of this makes me just feel that this was a correction in the market and it has just come to the weekly EMAs. However, when I go to the indices, it just feels different. So anyway, there is a bullish divergence. It can come till the EMA, but any stock that you're buying because of the monthly daily bullish divergence, remember, when it comes to the EMA, always remember, if it gives you a bearish divergence, like a with the trend kind of trade, stay away and see how the momentum is, how the market sentiment is, and then take positions. ONGC, same thing here at EMA. Good candle today as well. There's a bullish divergence at monthly S1, and it seems that if it stays like this for a couple of days, then there might be a narrow CPR in the monthly chart, and you can get a trade here on the upside as well. Okay, so there's something that, get in a habit of daily scan, get in a habit of scanning your purple and blue list every day, so that you can keep an eye out for opportunities, right? A broad scan is done today, where you get an understanding of what's going to happen. Petronet LNG, it has a daily divergence, but I'm going to skip it. In fact, I didn't think this was the best setup, so let's skip this. Sale as well, it is like below weekly EMAs, but there is a daily bullish divergence. Let this price come. You can see this fall, right? Fall, EMA, fall, EMA, fall. Let it come to the EMA. Let it give you some bearish divergence or something in the hourly chart, and then take a call. So sale, let me get rid of that as well, because it's not with the trend at weekly. ONGC, we've already done. SBI cards. Now, SBI cards and payments, you can see it is kind of a correct, you can see it's in a wavy format, right? Of course, that's not good enough. You do have a bullish divergence here. Earnings today, reaction on Monday. So yeah, just wait. Again, this is not the best option. I think we're skipping a trough here. So let's get rid of SBI cards also. SBI Life. Now this is very interesting, because SBI Life here had a bearish divergence on 18th of September, fell, went back up. You can see here the retracement is till 78.6. Now at 78.6, no divergence in the daily chart, but the market fell. Right now, I mean, technically, if I draw a 012 setup here, the target should be somewhere here for SBI insurance, life insurance, right? And let me go out now. How would I enter a selling trade if I wanted to? We'll go to the weekly CPR, the hourly chart here, and check it out. Excuse me. It's a little shady, so it goes up and down. You'll have to add a little more buffer. So hopefully it pulls back a little and then gives you a trade, or you can use gaps. If you have gaps, you can use gaps to take trades. If it goes higher, to create a divergence, which won't happen next week anyway, but maybe it'll give you a trade like a gap down or something, and you can enter that till the S1 anyway, if not more. Okay, so SBI Life has a 012 setup in the weekly chart, which might give you a direction. All you need to find is the execution point. Then you have SBI, State Bank of India. Again, I think this is similar to, all right. So this is in the list because you can see there's a very beautiful point of interest, right? Resistance, fell, breakout, change in polarity, support, and then support. Now, if this support is a false breakout, see, if there was a bullish divergence here at support line, I would have loved it. Bullish divergence, prices go up, false breakout and all that. But it doesn't seem like there's a bullish divergence here. So either prices go up to the EMA and you get something to trade, or it opens gap down below the support line anyway. So below the CPR here. So if it opens gap down, this is where you'd like to sell this as well, which is weird. But that is what it is. But again, as I said, two situations, so I'm gonna mark it. Okay, so if it opens higher and starts going up, so you'll get an opportunity somewhere here to enter again. Okay, so that is your one situation. And the other situation is if it opens gap down and starts falling. Okay, so here also you might have a retest and then fall. That can happen. But that is your second situation. So let me change the color here to I don't know, dark red or something. All right, so SBI, that is a trajectory that I think one of them should happen. All right, then we have SRF. Again, it was because of the bullish divergence, but I don't know why it's in the list. And then we have Titan because there's a bearish divergence in the list here, sorry, in the weekly chart, and the prices went down. I do feel that I'm missing on some stocks. Let me just check after T. Did I have anything? No. All right, fair enough. So Titan is the last stock because there's a weekly bearish divergence with a probable 012. So if I have to draw a target here, I think that's done as well. So let me just draw a target here. So somewhere here. So maybe it comes to the EMA first and then gives you a trade. That would be perfect. But again, that is the plan. So these are stocks with, so there are 25 stocks. We've eliminated few. These are the stocks which have bearish or bullish divergences. So bearish divergence in the daily, the weekly chart, and bullish divergence in the daily chart at weekly EMA. So there are two possible opportunities. Divide them so that you can take trades accordingly. All right, so now what we're going to do is because we finished the stocks, I've got someone says Shriman, Nifty spot, market return strongly above, no if and but, decide yourself. Okay, I've got someone who's commenting on, but sure, that's opinion, that's your opinion. We're coming to Nifty now, and we're going to talk about Nifty now. So let's start with the monthly chart because a couple of days for month. So let's see, still ticking down, still weakness, but nothing bad there. In the weekly chart, however, there was a bearish divergence, censored though, it pulled back up and then started falling. Now here, funnily, we do have you can see a point of interest, right, at the change in polarity. So that was a resistance, fell, breakout by a gap, came back today 50% above opening, but we don't have a bullish divergence. That is one thing that I'm not comfortable with. Now somebody said, I think I don't know who that person is, but somebody said market return strongly above 19,250. That is a possibility because that is where monthly S1 is. And if I have to say plot a future pivot, this is the region 360, 400 level is for now. Of course, that's going to change if things turn around, but 19,200 is another point of interest, which you can see in the hourly chart. Mera horizontal line bana hua hai yahan pe. So prices can come till here, test, and then do whatever it's meant to do. However, I would have loved it if there was a bullish divergence here, which there isn't. Uncertain times, of course, if everything's okay, if there's no war, this might just shoot up on that note. But for now, I'm just, technically speaking, there is a support level. It might bounce, but till the moving average, and that is where I'm looking to for selling opportunities then. But right now it's too early to say. Now, of course, you have a narrow pivot in the weekly chart. So in the hourly chart, you can see there's a WCPR, narrow WCPR. If it goes above that, you can trade till the S1, which is not very far somewhere here. But if it goes below this, like goes up and then crosses down below this, then you're selling this definitely, at least till these levels. So I think intraday or 100, 200, 250 points, either way you can easily get. That is that is a possibility. So Nifty is at support level, hence this is the scene. But earlier, remember a few weeks ago, I've always said Bank Nifty was worse than Nifty. So let's come to Bank Nifty. You can see monthly chart, bearish divergences, and the prices are falling, which basically suggests weakness. Weekly chart, of course, there's a pullback today. Now, as I said, the pullback can be just a temporary bounce, so we call it dead chicken bounce. तो एक मरा हुआ मुर्गा को इतना जोर से मारो कि वो नीचे भिड़ के भी एक bounce देता है. So क्या वो है, we don't know yet. We don't have a bullish divergence anywhere apart from stochastic, looks like one, but yes, there's a pullback. So it can come to the EMAs a little bit and then fall as well. So let's go to the daily chart. Now, daily chart, as you can see, right, this yesterday's candle basically becomes a false candle because that's gap up and the entire bears were rejected, but we don't have a bullish divergence. So now the first thing that comes to my mind is prices come to the EMA somewhere like 500, 600 points from here and then give you a trade on the downside. Now, what is 500, 600 points from here? We've got this change in polarity, which is 800 points, but still that would become a test of this support that was broken. Also, I think my monthly CPR is here at the same level, which was tested. So again, narrow weekly CPR, if it goes below this, I'm going to try and take a trade below that as well on the selling side. Unless there's a daily bullish divergence or the prices go above the EMAs, I'm not buying. All right, there is an opportunity. A lot of stocks do have opportunities, but believe me, if there is a gap down opening on Monday, then the entire today's move is just a dead chicken bounce. All right, so that is what we have for Bank Nifty. All right, now we come to commodities and few stocks. So I've got few stocks, guys. Whoever wants me to look at any other stock, please chat box mein dal do. I'll have a look right after we finish commodities. Okay, we've done Nifty and Bank Nifty, and as I said, I'm not extremely bullish in Bank Nifty right now. Okay, that is my opinion only. All right, so let's start with gold. All right, gold of course has jumped a lot. And I would love it if it corrects a little bit, maybe move sideways for a while, let the moving averages catch up, and then get an entry on the upside. So जब तक वो नहीं होगा तब तक हमें वेट करना होगा. मैं आपको CPR के हिसाब से भी समझा देता हूँ, so that you understand what I'm trying to say here. Now you can see, right, monthly CPR के ऊपर है तो you can use the weekly CPRs to buy. Now here the problem is it's a wide weekly CPR which is going to finish today. So वो तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. इसको वीकली चार्ट में अगर हम खोलते हैं, राइट, ब्यूटीफुल करेक्शन था, ब्रेकआउट हो गया एंड यू लुकिंग टू बाय, यूर बाइंग. ये हमने पहले भी बोला था. अभी जब तक sorry, let me go back to 2-hour chart. So let it come. I think let this week finish, let there be a narrow CPR and then enter a trade. I think the best opportunity will come if this corrects a little bit and then does the do. So that is the plan for gold. Let's do silver. Last time also I said gold बहुत कूद चुका है तो अभी ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. Silver में simple plan है. All right, let me open the weekly chart. Simple plan इसलिए है क्योंकि एक तो this is your resistance, वहां से गिरा है, but ठीक है, divergence वैसा कुछ नहीं है एंड यहाँ पे कुछ poor candles अभी तक नहीं बन रहे. डेली चार्ट में आते हैं, सो हम एकदम सिंपल बात करते हैं. ये ऊपर गया, EMA के EMA पे टेस्ट किया. ना EMA पे जब टेस्ट किया, we have a bullish divergence here, but gap exhausted, no follow through. वापस आया, gap exhausted, no follow through. There's a bullish divergence here. आज gap नहीं exhaust हो रहा है. ठीक है. So the opportunity will come if, as I said, अगर मंडे गैप डाउन खुल जाए, अगर मैं ये चाहता नहीं हूं, मैं आपको खाली बता रहा हूं कि इफ मंडे गैप डाउन खुलता है और यहाँ पे गैप अप खुलता है बिकॉज द सिचुएशन दैट वी आर इन, then this would make sense. Now if I open the CPR layout in silver, a lot of stocks, just a second guys, if I open this, you can see here as well there is a bullish divergence. We are waiting because it is below the weekly CPR and the gap. There is no way I'm going to enter buying positions. इसीलिए ये sideways ऐसे ऊपर नीचे होता है, ठीक है. सो हम हमेशा WCPR या मंथली CPR के ऊपर रहेगा तभी बाइंग करेंगे, उसके नीचे रहेगा तो सेलिंग करेंगे, because we are looking to buy. We don't do anything about this now. Okay, now we are coming to crude oil. Crude oil, simple point of interest पे है, there is no divergence here. Let me open crude oil here. I think we had a plan here as well. Monthly CPR के नीचे bearish divergence था, we would have sold here. Weekly CPR के नीचे देखो, this is at S1. We need something concrete here which we are not getting. So crude oil we are waiting. अगर इसका daily chart देखेंगे तो yeah, we're just waiting. I think there was a divergence. कितना pullback हुआ देखते हैं, 61.8. So if you're actually, अगर हम थोड़ा दूरदर्शनीय वाला बात करते हैं कि you know when you're expecting crude oil to fall, which if I look at the monthly chart could correct if this is the candle how it ends the month next week, and weekly chart is here. All right, okay, so let's hope for a decent CPR and then enter a trade later. But yes, it does have a situation here where you'll get an opportunity soon. Then we come to copper. Okay, before we come to natural gas, let's do copper. मैंने बोला था there is a bullish divergence here. Last time also we spoke about this कि I am a little bullish on this, and today it went up. Now how do we trade copper? Try and understand this guys. First S1 के नीचे था, so अभी last candle, this was 5 o'clock, 5 to 7 o'clock का candle जो होता है वो इस S1 के ऊपर आया. So we need a new monthly CPR first to get anything out of it. And weekly CPR के बाद after a long time there was weekly CPR के ऊपर था. यहाँ पे एक ट्रेड मिला था सुबह. कैसे मिला था? 30 minute at weekly CPR bullish divergence 012 setup, and look at this 708 का टारगेट था. See where it came, 161.8 जो टारगेट था वहां तक आया, and it took a dip. I'm not saying it's over, I'm just saying it took a dip. All right, I hope that Monday and Tuesday before we get a new monthly CPR, it just moves like this somewhere here. We get a new monthly CPR somewhere here, and then we get a trade in for a longer term. This is the plan that we are hoping for. All right, now yeah, I mean that is how we'll trade copper. And of course you have a head and shoulder here. 30 minutes में आपको दिख रहा है सुंदर सा head and shoulder. We'll take advantage of that if Monday opens with a gap or something. I don't know, अभी भी 4 घंटे पड़े हैं market में, metals में and everything. We don't know how it's going to end. Now we have natural gas. Now natural gas again last time से अभी भी जब सितंबर का फ्यूचर एक्सपायर हुआ था, एक गैप अप से खुला था. अगेन सिमिलरली 260 का 290 खाली गैप में ही खुल गया. So we'll have to wait, we'll have to wait. You can see this CIP होके then and gap में खुल गया. So we have to wait for some kind of a CPR that to give us an edge, trading ability. But till that we just have to wait. I think natural gas में अभी फिलहाल low risk high reward trade कुछ नहीं है. All right, so this is it for commodities. Now I'm going to come to your stocks, because for our cash stock picks जो हम हर हफ्ते करते हैं, we would like to wait for next month to pick those stocks. फिर भी मैं आपको दिखा देता हूँ 2-3 stocks. Jubilant Pharmanova is something that has a bullish divergence, has tested the divergence as well, and weekly chart looks good. And if there's a follow through to today's momentum, this could be fantastic. All right, then you have Muthoot Finance. Again, Muthoot Finance, you can see prices go higher at EMA. If it ends like this looks like a corrective wave. And if the gap gets exhausted, then this is something that you can take care of as well. एंड जियोजीत फाइनेंस, आई थिंक 3 स्टॉक्स की हम बात करते हैं. जियोजीत फाइनेंस में भी बुलिश डाइवर्जेंस है, मंथली अच्छे नोट पे एंड हो रहा है, विच इज सरप्राइजिंग एंड अ गुड थिंग एज वेल. एंड वीकली चार्ट भी लुक्स गुड एंड यू कैन सी अगर फॉलो थ्रू देता है देन दिस इज समथिंग दैट कैन go higher as well. So Jubilant Pharmanova, Muthoot Finance and Geojit Finance, something that you can keep an eye out for. Now there are a few stocks that you want me to look at. Let's go and do that. All right, Trent. Trend weekly looks all right. Daily, yeah, I mean, okay, it's gone above the monthly CPR as well. It's got Tuesday 7th. It's plenty of time left. Yeah, sure, this is okay, but kitna upar chala gaya, so it feels like am I testing it too much now? So kya mera risk reward hoga? Weekly wide CPR hai, so I don't know if it's gonna, if you're trading in it, I think we might wait for it, okay? Because kaise karenge? I can't see a decent or a smaller risk here. Then we have NMDC. NMDC is all right. If I go to the monthly, of course, monthly is making new highs. You can see that. So abhi isme to koi dikkat nahi hai. Weekly chart mein, nothing here. Daily at EMA, yeah. I mean, daily trades, yes. As I said, if the momentum is on the upside and daily अभी इस सिचुएशन में डेली एट ईएमए एंड अर्ली डाइवर्जेंस मिलता है और आपको एक क्विक बाउंस मिल जाता है, you should or you can take that trade. Of course, you can wait for the new monthly CPR as well. But yes, there is a trading opportunity here, as in daily with the trend trade. So couple of days ka holding position maybe. Then you have AWL, Adani Wilmar. हाँ, इसमें मैंने अभी कुछ नहीं, यहाँ पे एक अपटिक हुआ, फॉलो थ्रू नहीं हुआ है, नथिंग यार. समथिंग इज फॉलिंग. जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना, ऑल टाइम हाइज बना रहे तो क्यों उसको छूते हैं, वैसे ही ऑल टाइम लोज बना रहे तो क्यों उसको छूते हैं. तो अभी तक मतलब आई एम नॉट सेइंग इट्स मेकिंग ऑल टाइम हाइज, बट इट्स अप्रोचिंग दैट लेवल एनीवे. बट वी स्टिल हैव टू वेट, वी स्टिल हैव टू वेट फॉर एटलीस्ट मंथली सीपीआर के ऊपर जाने से थोड़ा तो फिर भी वो डेड चिकन बाउंस वाला बात हो जाता है, कुछ तो आ जाए टाइप्स. बट अभी मुझे टेक्निकली मुझे नहीं पता, फंडामेंटली आई एम नॉट श्योर. धनलक्ष्मी बैंक, ऑलराइट. at weekly EMA, yes. Daily में तो divergence नहीं है, but again, if you want to do CPR trading, fair enough. Trading stock है नहीं, I think. If you're in this long term, maybe this is fine, looks okay, no problem. Then you have Ease My Trip. Actually, this is Ease My Trip planners, right? I think ये अच्छा stock है, ये मेरे green list में भी है. इसमें I think monthly, if I look at the monthly chart, you see monthly is at EMA. Weekly there is a bullish divergence with another rejection for the sellers. Daily chart में, of course, it's just shady movement, so we'll look at weekly and monthly broader spectrum में. So वही है यार, monthly high टूटना जरूरी है, so you can see if it breaks like 45 46 levels, then maybe it can go and touch higher levels. So that is one thing that you can keep. But yeah, this is in my green list as well, which is like monthly long term kind of setups. Ease My Trip. Union Bank as well, like यूनियन बैंक आज ऊपर गया अगेन, अर्निंग्स था, तो इसका क्या रिएक्शन होगा मंडे, विल सी. बट यस, देयर इज हेड एंड शोल्डर, देयर इज up ऊपर breakout, then CIP, and you are looking to buy, but buy where? I think wait for the CPR, the new monthly narrow CPR अगर आएगा, and then take a call. Let's see if new future pivots here. Let me just make this monthly. हाँ, narrow monthly CPR अगर आएगा, which is somewhere here, if it closes like this, of course, अभी तो 2 दिन बचे हैं ट्रेडिंग के, तो I'll be more interested, in Union Bank. So Union Bank, yes, it looks bullish, and one can take advantage of that as well. Tata Communication. Tata Com Futures. Sorry, Tata Communication. Yeah, Tata Communication at EMA, no divergence. Yeah, so mera pehla plan. I know maybe you've drawn this line the way I've drawn it as well, but my first plan would be for these prices to kind of correct till the EMAs and then maybe enter one more time on the downside, and then maybe that time वो सब divergence size बन जाएगा and then we can do something about it. But अभी just because you see, if you're doing classical charting, fair enough, support है 50% up and you want to enter here, that's up to you. But considering this seems right, you would want this to move near the EMAs and then enter on the downside. I think that would be my plan for Tata Com. All right, then you have DLF and HAL. DLF has sensor divergence, that's fine. It's at EMA. There's no bullish divergence. I don't have anything to say about this right now. For longer term, looks okay. Like I don't see a problem here. You know, it's on the way up, so maybe it goes higher. There is my thing. There's no bearish divergence or anything right now. RSI is above 70, which is good as well. Weekly looks good as well. So if you're looking for buying opportunities here, use the monthly CPRs or something like this. Yeah, you know, classical charting or something like that. Monthly, I think a divergence would be super. So maybe it comes back here like a head and shoulder, creates a bullish divergence here for you, and then you know you get an opportunity. So अब भी मेरे पास कुछ है नहीं बोलने के लिए. ये सब हो सकते हैं, but होगा कि नहीं पता नहीं. HAL. Same here, you know. I mean, इसमें तो शायद वीकली में 012 जैसा है. So if I draw my retracement here, नहीं, not good enough. Okay, so यहाँ पे वीकली का तो पता नहीं. डेली में it is below the EMA. So if it comes to the EMA and then you know you get a selling opportunity, fair enough. But unless there's a bullish divergence here, I'm not gonna do anything about it. ठीक है, अभी तो फिलहाल. So HAL also I don't have any opinion on, to be honest. All right, I have Link. Link, हाँ ठीक है यार, looks all right. In fact, yesterday was a decent trade. Bullish divergence early chart at daily EMA and prices going higher. So Link is not a problem. Monthly chart अगर मैं खोलूँगा is going higher. So let me just zoom out. Yeah, कुछ नहीं है. You know, somebody said कि all time highs बना रहा है तो उसका target क्या होना चाहिए? कुछ नहीं, it's open यार, it's open ceiling. So just trail whenever it. In fact, Link में यहाँ पे entry था August 25th. See bullish divergence at weekly EMA. Beautiful setup. So वैसा हमारे पास इस बार भी scans में आए हैं. Maybe you can use that. Link हो गया. Gale. Gale has a bearish divergence in the weekly chart. I did not put this in the list. I think. Okay, sorry. I have opened. Let me open the NSE one. I put in my watch list. That is only because कि अभी मैं इसको short sell कैसे करूँ? मेरे पास risk reward बहुत poor हो जाएगा. So my best opportunity is if it comes near the CPR or near the EMAs and then gives me another selling opportunity. But Gale, I would also like to sell. You know, there's a trend line breakout. So if it comes back here, tests, you know, these levels and then gives me an opportunity, I would be happier. If that makes sense. Okay, so Gale on the short side, but I think during the week आपको मिलेगा opportunity, अभी है नहीं. Tata Motor and Tata Power, Kotak Bank, KPIT, Aarti Drugs. Ooh. All right, so let me start with Link हो गया ना. This is what Gale done. Tata Motors. Tata Motors sensor divergence at EMA है, but वो बात नहीं है अभी तक, you know, कि मैं इसको बोलूँ कि अरे हाँ मुझे अब बाय करना है तुरंत, मतलब अभी के अभी बाय करना है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. 28th August there was a bullish divergence at CIP. यहाँ पे ये अच्छा opportunity था. अभी भी हो सकता है, but I don't have those signals in my chart, so I don't know what to say about this, right? But कुछ bearish नहीं है अभी फिलहाल. That I can probably tell you. Tata Power in the weekly chart is at EMA daily, again too far from EMAs, so either there was a bullish divergence which would have encouraged me to buy, otherwise I just have to wait for the prices to come near the EMAs ताकि मैं इसको बेच सकूं. तो जब तक वो नहीं होता है तब तक क्या कर सकते हैं, कुछ ही नहीं कर सकते हैं, राइट? This is Tata Power done. Now we have Kotak Bank. Kotak Bank, I think we had a small bullish divergence earlier, but वो trade ही नहीं मिला. See, this is why CPRs are very important. Monthly CPR के ऊपर गए नहीं. So if you have weekly bullish divergences, wait for the prices to go above the monthly divergence, the monthly CPR. If you have daily bullish divergence, wait for it to go above the weekly CPRs, and so on. इसमें क्या है? इसमें this week is a very poor week. So either creates a good week next week, तब तो हम इसको buying की बात करेंगे. Otherwise बाइंग का तो कुछ इसमें है नहीं, और सेलिंग के लिए EMA से दूर है, so we can't do anything selling right now as well. So we have to wait for Kotak Bank also. KPIT. KPIT weekly chart bearish divergence यार. So this is actually इसमें futures तो होगा नहीं शायद. नहीं. So there's a weekly bearish divergence. Tick down पहला week हुआ है अभी. So पहले भी ऐसा हुआ है, तो EMA तक आता है, EMA तक already आ गया है. Let me just remove drawings here. Very shady daily movement, तो weekly chart को ही पढ़ते हैं. तो weekly chart, yeah, it can correct a little bit यार. I mean, I think उतना हो सकता है. Correction थोड़ा सा EMA तक. Maybe अब gap up खुल गया तो इसका low नहीं टूटा, तो वो divergence का कोई value नहीं होगा. So as long as it's following this 22 EMA, you can see this red line here ना, जब तक follow कर रहा है आप उसको enjoy करो. And I think when it goes or closes below this, just be a little careful, because there are a series of divergences. In fact, इस बार RSI में भी divergence है. So थोड़ा सा, not a big problem here. Aarti Drugs and Uniparts. Okay, let's finish with that. So Aarti Drugs, of course, gap up जो था वो exhaust हो गया, which is a troublesome thing. And if I look at the monthly chart, the only thing keeps me going in this stock is the bullish divergence here. So maybe it retraces and then goes back up. तो retracement अब लगा के रख लो यार कि कितना 61.8 आ ही चुका है, 2 दिन बचे हैं. डेली प्रोबेबल डाइवर्जेंस है, नॉट अ शॉर्ट डाइवर्जेंस, सेंसर्ड भी है, सो ऐसा कोई डाइवर्जेंस वाला बात नहीं है. नाउ लेट्स गो टू द वीकली चार्ट. अगर इन 2 दिन में अगर ये थोड़ा सा पुल बैक होके बंद होता है, सो मंथली चार्ट में अच्छा रिजेक्शन हो जाता है एट EMA. सो दैट वुड probably this would be the lowest level it should see. However, oh, there is a point of interest here also. So you see where it fell from. दिख रहा है आपको? यहाँ पे एक point of interest था. So था, and then when it goes and breaks this, then it would probably give you a nice opportunity. But yeah, because monthly में bullish divergence है, तो मेरे को ज़्यादा डर नहीं लगता है इस सब stocks में. It may spend some time here and then go back up as well. So I don't worry about that too much. But again, guys, this is all educational. You can backtest, you can do fundamental research and take your own calls. This is just my opinion. This is Uniparts. Uniparts weekly, daily bullish divergence. Yes, RSI and MACD. I can see that. So yes, you can probably, if it confirms, goes above the weekly CPR or something, then you can take a call and you can, and अच्छा divergence, मतलब 1 2 3 triple bullish divergence. So this might correct, might go up, or might start going up. You can say that a wee bit. Uniparts. All right. So I think that's it, guys. That's it for today. By the way, guys, before you go, I must say that we do start a batch on 18th November, which is 1 week after the Diwali. And if you are willing to learn, and if you really want to learn technical analysis, this is the best opportunity. Last batch of the year. Do attend. Do share it with your friends. If you think it's benefited you, do suggest it to your friends as well. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Take care. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. I'll see you next week for the monthly scan, which is very important. And people who are from my tribe, remember, contribute, do go to the tribe, check those links, scan yourself, share the list with me, and I'm going to make sure that I give you a feedback whether they are right or not. All right, thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye, guys. Enjoy yourself.